Hi everyone, this is gonna be round 5 of this open tournament. I was still on +1, so 2.5 out of 4. And I played against somebody quite a bit stronger than me. But by this time I realized, rating is just a number and everything. Of course I need to pay attention, but yeah, it went quite well. Again, so knight c3, a6. This is just a way that neither players can answer the close Sicilian. So against stuff like this, you can even play f5 or of course just d5, or maybe even push away this knight first and then do this. These are a lot of fun to play. Black is quite fine, and it's not the typical close Sicilian or Grand Prix attack with where white just sets up this nice pawn, kind of pawn clump, and black is a bit cramped. None of this is gonna happen here. But yeah, so after a4 is kind of a slowish move. He played bishop c4, which I don't think this bishop really belongs there. I thought, okay, let's just develop. And basically I thought, okay, well, this bishop is looking here, but it's also vulnerable because I should just set up this move to attack it, right? Just break in the center, and that way I know for sure he will never get this pawn duo and f4 and e4. d3, e6. So he's trying to avoid me playing d5 by playing bishop g5 first, but this is relatively easily covered by the bishop on e7. So even if he were to take this and play something like f4, I do also have d5, and worst comes to worst, I can just take this knight. So, and probably I don't even need to, because if he somehow takes the if he somehow wants to take with the knight, I also have this bishop takes b2, and this is just totally fine for me. I mean, probably much better for me. Yeah, I'm basically winning with black after 6 moves, and so he didn't do that. He played f4, which was his plan all along, but d5. Yeah, so now this is an interesting moment in the game. d5, he retreated the bishop. No, that's fine. He doesn't really want to take, because then I will be the one who kind of controls more central squares. But here, yeah, this was a key moment in the game for me, and I thought, okay, let's just, I mean, I can show you what I played. Takes, rook takes, knight d4, which is fine. It's actually better for me overall, but this was a bit too quick, a bit too happy. So I was satisfied with too little. d4 is a really good move, because this knight, again, this was my original plan, b5, b4, but even now I managed to get in d5, d4, which is, if anything, how do you, if anything, this is even stronger. Like, this knight really doesn't have anywhere to go, right? Wait, how do you do this? Yeah, red. Oops. Yeah, so yeah, you know what I mean. So the knight doesn't have any active places to go, and if he plays e5, I think I can just, I can take, and then if he takes, I have this, and basically you see that I have he has some issues there. So he cannot do this, and because he cannot play e5, he needs to move back the knight. And now I have this very strong knight here. I'm a bit angry that I missed this because it's kind of a natural move. Like it's not my original plan, I know, but I mean, of course, getting in d5 is a good idea anyway, and then you just need to like look around and see what's happening in the position. This would have led to a big advantage for me, honestly. Knight c2. Now I have some line here. I mean, it's not forced, but takes. Knight g3 and knight e3. I mean, this is amazing, right? Knight e3 after 11 moves with black. Queen e2, and now I also like queen h4, attacking a pawn, pinning this guy. And now one sequence of moves was this. Knight f1 takes, and then just b5. And I mean, I'm a pawn up, and I'm just super strong here. I mean, this bishop is dumb. Maybe you could say that this is also dumb, but yeah, I have a pawn more, and he cannot castle. I can castle whenever I want. If I want to activate my bishop, I have e5 anytime I want. So this is, I think it's basically winning for me, but the computer only says minus 1.5. Of course, winning against an almost 2100 player would have been still tricky with black here, but this is better than the game. But okay, well, the other thing was here. I actually looked at this game a few times, but queen a5 is also quite strong. So obviously I'm threatening this pawn, and after queen a5 I have some notes here. Let's say he takes. E5 maybe, I'm not sure. E5, yeah, might as well give this check first. And then knight f3. Yeah, basically I still have some pressure against this knight, although it's not so clear to me why I'm so much better, but I can definitely see that his pieces are a bit awkward, and so my strong queen will give some. So castles, and then queen b4. Some weird line, honestly. But on the other hand, I mean, if I look at this, right, I'm the one who has kind of better pieces here, even though he has a bit more space. So I don't know. I mean, on the other hand, what I did was also interesting. It's just that I didn't get the right move order. So now I'm attacking I'm attacking c2, right? So he needs to protect this. And now I have a move. So b5. I played this quite quickly, and it's of course it's quite strong. b4 is being threatened, among other things. And except that after e5, this was kind of the biggest mistake I had in this game. So e5. I moved the knight, and I shouldn't have moved the knight. b4 would have been very strong, and again, it's something like this. Takes, pawn takes knight. Takes this. Now, of course, this is protected. My bishop protects both the pawns, and it's some weird line like this. But basically, this is quite clearly better for me. And yeah, and of course, if he tries to like take this, this is with a tempo because I'm threatening bishop b4. So this was not the idea, right? B4 would have been a really strong move, and I just totally, I don't know if I missed it because I was like, okay, great, B5, maybe next move I will play B4, and then somehow after E5, I just found this move very, very quickly, and my opponent was also a bit shocked that he just said like, how did you play that move so quickly? It's not a good move, and yeah, so playing quickly was one of my issues here. So what I did was, unfortunately, was knight g4, and this was very strong because now his knight attacks c5, which indirectly threatens my knight as well, and I cannot really protect c5, so I can and once that knight gets to c5, he will also control all these bishop related squares. Well, maybe not e6, but you know. And all I could see was some kind of complicated line like this, so like this, and now one of the other rooks, one or the other knight can take this. Actually, the computer, the whole thing, he says this whole thing checks out, but it didn't feel like it at the time. It felt like I'm just hanging on due to some stupid tricks. So now, originally, I was gonna play something like this, attacking the bishop, but after that, like, if I do this, my knight is just trapped there. So I think something very simple like this, and this just picks it up. So I was a bit too lazy to calculate it, but I could see that it's not really in the spirit of the position. So what I did was instead king f2, rook d8. Now the whole time I was always just a bit hesitating to take on a4, but actually taking on a4 kind of forces him to take with the knight, and that would have put some pressure on him. So this is one sample line. So b takes a4, and of course, what the nice thing is that now I have this kind of stuff going on for me. So it looks like I'm losing a piece here, right? But bishop b1, rook b8. This is the newly found avenue, and now I have things happening on the b file. So rook b8, bishop takes. Now this guy, so then of course I'm actually taking both these pieces, and this is actually good for me, I think, overall, because I'm just more active, and my bishop is gonna be a monster once the prison guard or whatever it is, that rook on d4 is gone. My bishop will be active and play a large role in the long diagonal, not to mention my extra pawn, so that's also nice. So bishop b takes a4. This is not the only line, but this would be the critical line, because if he just develops like this, there is some line. I mean, this is just another engine line I found. Rook d2, and then now just there's something like this. Of course, now I can just take his bishop. So overall, yeah, I have some kind of a weird pressure on him in terms of development, because anything he develops I can kind of take, and then I have various tricks. On the other hand, he has this knight on a4 on c5. So b takes a4 would have been very nice, but I played rook d8. Rook d8 just protecting this guy, so it means that this guy can move. Bishop b1, knight b4. And now a few times he had a chance maybe to take on h7, and I was like, oh my god, he's really good at calculating, so he can probably just figure it out. And he was like, what, take on h7? I'm not really convinced. And then he just basically said he never even considered it, which is really surprising for me, because it was the whole time, like once or twice in the game, I was under the impression that he had a chance of taking it, but he just didn't even look at it, apparently. So I was always like, I hope it doesn't work, but I mean, there's no way I can guarantee this on my level. So now he played knight takes. Sorry, first this, then this. Check. I thought I'd rather keep my king here where I protect my pawns, I think, basically. And also d7. So king c7 was a bit awkward, and also c7 would be attacked by the rook. So king e7, king takes, and now finally I'm taking this pawn. And basically he either takes it back and lets go of my bishop, or he has to pay attention to that stuff. Like he will need to waste some time recovering that pawn. And now rook d4, I just protected, right? Now he finally took, so I just thought that's great. And now after knight c5 I took. He took, and now I thought, wait a second, this is just a draw, isn't it? And rook c7, knight, rook c4, and now of course his king is more active, so I have to be a bit careful. But I thought this is just a draw. I mean, what he suggested was just play knight d5, and there's not much going on here, because my knight is always gonna cover important squares, and for the moment his rook is, this is a pin, so that's a bit annoying. Well, the other way around, right? Anyway. So knight d5, and my knight is just so strong that this must be a draw. But what I thought was that, come on, rook and pawn endings, that's just gotta be a draw. Knight d4. Sorry, king d4. And of course I cannot exchange everything, but I just thought this must be a draw. Yeah, and it is a draw, actually. Like, as far as I can see, after quite some deep analysis, it seems like it is a draw. But I just offered a draw. He had like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes left, and I had like 45 minutes or so. And I thought he would take it. He didn't take it. He just thought... He actually told me after the game he thought this was just winning. Yeah, well, we'll see. It's definitely not just a draw. Let's put it this way. Rook b7, king c3, and now this was my planned variation, was this. But it's not so simple. So the computer suggests... because of course so this cannot be a good move, so I'm not gonna do that. I played rook b4 with the idea of rook a4. This apparently is a draw, but I mean I just have to stop going down into this very deep rabbit trails, because there's no way I can tell you. In fact, the engine, I turned on the engine for the whole game, and he even said like, oh, you're winning here, and then I go like two moves deep, and he said, oh, no, it's a draw, never mind. So I don't know what to say. Rook b4. I mean, we can look at it a bit. If he takes this, I take that. b4, and now my idea was I will probably be able to take some pawns here and also keep the pawn out. So that's not a given at all. So we can look at this for a while. So apparently with my king as well. And he can try to cut me off. Now rook here. h3. Yeah, maybe this. I don't believe the pawn ending, but his king is a bit... So this is a loss or what? No. This kind of stuff, yeah, I'm sorry about this, but... So for a while now I can go and hunt some pawns. At some point I need to sacrifice the rook, probably. Or will we just... Yeah, I don't know what this is. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, there's no way I could have calculated any of this. But now, basically, I need my king as well, right? Because... Let's see, he comes here. Yeah, my king can kind of do both things, right? So keep an eye on this guy and protect that guy. So, in fact... Yeah, by now it's just... You're too far advanced. I mean, I can just take it by now, right? Yeah, by now I can just... They're this way too far advanced. So the point is that, yeah, it was a draw, but... Maybe, yeah, I mean, I can't tell you for sure, but... yeah. Anyway, so... this is not what happened. He just thought, why go into this when he has an easy win after this? So he just thought, this is an obvious win, why give up that pawn and weaken the whole structure, right? So now the only entry is through this guy, right? So g3, rook a4, king b3, rook a1. And now that's the whole point. Like, if he tries to come with his king to take this guy, well, first of all, he needs to bring his king all the way here. But if he does that, then I always have rook a2 and take the pawn. So he needs to come up with something. So rook a1, rook c7 check, king a8, rook a7. I just thought, okay, well, let's just try to come with our king, because I can't really help there at all, so I might as well try on the king side. Rook a7, g6, king c4, and yeah, a4 was the move I made, but this is, I think, unnecessary. But it's still, yeah, this was one of these moments where I didn't need to play this at all. Just like giving checks and stuff, and he cannot really get anywhere. So if he comes like here, I just take the pawn. So he cannot do that. 4 against 4 is an automatic draw, even with a more passive king. I have an active rook, and that should be enough for a draw. A4 opened up something that sorry, this stuff, right? A4 I thought was an active move, but now, of course, he has this idea of b4, and now, is this a draw? Computer thinks yes, but did I need to get into this? No. The answer is no. I didn't need to get into this. I don't need to calculate anything. So that's the thing. Like, I don't like calculating because it's just very error prone, especially when I'm doing it. It's error prone. But okay, that's fine. You don't want to calculate. Actually, grandmasters also don't like to calculate. if they do, they're usually right, and they're good at it. So I'm not saying that, but it's a healthy reaction to say, I'd rather not calculate this. Let's look for an easy solution. And the easy solution here would have been just checking him around, and then whenever his king comes to the B line, I can just take the pawn. It's very simple. So in fact here, he just needs to come back, and then I don't need to do what he says again. I can just go for the easy solution. Like, he hasn't made progress yet. And so a4 was a mistake here, but he didn't go for it. He also didn't want to calculate, so a4, king b4. Let's just stop this guy. King b4, rook a2. So again, just threatening the pawn. King c3, king f8, king c2. So now he's threatening to trap my my rook, but yeah, I just have rook a1. I thought this was a really funny move. He thought it was a really annoying move, but that's the way it is. King c3, rook a2, rook d7, and this was then another stupid mistake for me. I should just wait, just do nothing, and he cannot really make any progress. So actually, yeah, so the computer is suggesting a3, but I could have just waited, I think. Just done nothing at all, and you can see he's not actually doing anything. So my rook is actually rock solid there. We're just gonna exchange these two pawns. He has really no way forward. He wanted to do what he wanted to do. He said was come back here. So let's try that. Like, come back like this and then take the pawn. But I think this is a bit too slow. So but even then, yeah, he needs two of them. So he needs two attackers. So I'm not quite sure what he wanted to do. He explained it to me then. It made sense to me, but now I don't know. So it's actually a very kind of cute drawing method. But yeah, after rook d7, I played a3. I thought I have enough tempi here, but this is, again, it's just totally unnecessary. I could have just done nothing and seen what he cooks up. But yeah, let's see this. b4, rook h2. King b3 here, rook a7. So now he does get my pawn, but I'm getting two pawns in the meantime. And yeah, I mean, the thing is that the engine throughout the whole game is usually saying, oh, it's just a draw. It's nothing special, but so rook a7, and here the engine had a really good idea. I played rook g2 to get his pawn. By rook g2, the engine thought g5, and then it's easier to pick up these guys now. They're not protecting each other, so it's kind of like I have more flexibility in how I'm picking them up. It's really cool, but yeah, this is the kind of move that, yeah, it's. I mean, I've seen in books, I've seen in live games, but it's just not something that I would think of, to be honest. And I'm rook a2, rook g3 check, king c4, rook f3. Now, actually, the computer thought that maybe rook g4 is better. I don't know. I don't care. Rook f3. Rook e2, now check. So now I'm 2 pawns up, but of course his pawn is quite dangerous. King c5. Rook f1. The top is a bit cut off. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Rook f1. B5 check, and basically, yeah, his rook is a bit too passive here. So king d6, rook b1. King c6, h5. So now I'm hoping to get something here. H5. Rook g2. Now, yeah, here is where the engines thought I'm winning, but I'm not actually winning. It's just a draw. Like you see, it went from minus 1.7 to 0. It's not much I can do. But rook g2. We just took the draw here. So let's say he's trying to do something. Some of these are actually winning, but some of them aren't. This is like yeah, this is actually winning here, so this is one way of losing this game. But I don't know, yeah. Yeah, again, one of these stupid positions where he's just saying that it's a draw, and then it's saying that it's winning. So actually, even the computer doesn't really know what to think of it. So basically, it's not too hard for me to play. So I can just. But then the question is, of course, here, can I play more here? Right? I don't know. I haven't looked at this yet. Probably this is necessary because. But if I just do the same thing. Yeah, this is not so good. So let's go for king d6, rook b1, king c6, h5, b6, h. G5 is not possible, right? And if I play this is. Yeah, this is just winning, or what? I don't. The b7, king e7, and if he does this, I can. What? How is this winning? Are you kidding me? Yeah, this is just winning. Huh? Did I give a draw in a one position? This is my main question. So is this a win? If I ask for a bit more. Yeah, my phone is also thinking about it. He also thinks it's a draw, but I think, I don't know. I feel like in almost every case I can't really lose this anymore. Okay, so h4, that's fine. We also saw this move, right? Yeah, so let's do rook b1. King c6. H4. My engine thinks it's actually the same engine, but I think my phone has a bit more memory. Rook g4 h3, rook h4, rook. Let's say this. b6 this. Here. If I play this, b7, this maybe, king here, rook. If I just take this, no, yeah, he's attacking the right pawn, right? That's the point. He's attacking the right pawn, but yeah, I don't know. Way too complicated. The main point is we made a draw, and I was happy back then, but right now I'm not sure. We just made this draw, so. And yeah, he had like 3 more minutes, and I had still half an hour. So, what can I say about this? The weird thing for me was, I mean, I knew how bad I am at chess, so I knew that I made lots of weird mistakes, even in this game, but in general, I make lots of mistakes. But when I saw this, like, he's a 2100 guy. Actually, after this draw, he went on to beat 2 more players. And then only in the last round did he lose to some FIDE master or something. But he made like so many mistakes, and really, with not saying I'm better than him or anything, it's just that it felt like for a moment that I can play on his level. I mean, he probably played less than his optimal level for sure, and he was trying to complicate the game maybe against somebody weaker. I can understand all of that, but just like I really was respecting these strong players too much in a way. And maybe it sounds a bit cocky or something, but I really had a good feeling about this tournament after this. And I thought, okay, 3 out of 5, and 4 more games to go. So yeah, that was kind of a cool experience, even though I had a few very good opportunities. Chief among them, I think, is this d4, which I should just learn. Like this bishop a2, I think is a bit dubious due to d4. And here this e5 b4 zwischenzug. It's very easy to see that it works. I mean, of course, I'm just attacking the rook with check. But just to see that this is a really good position for me. So that would have been nice. But yeah, all around an interesting game, and I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, the analysis was a bit long, but the game itself was quite long. Well, yeah, I guess wait till you see the one that came in the 6th round. Yeah, see you around.